themselves, and helpless folks may help themselves. Just bring them to the light. Another way to live. Another way to live this life. Through jaded eyes we've realized those things that are not true. Man, could they be true? Oh, we lie to ourselves as we lie together. Yeah, we lie to ourselves as we lie.
All right. Hey,
it's a little delayed.
What's up, everybody? What's that? Yeah, it's a little late. Sorry, I was checking to kind of see what was going on. But hey, thanks everybody for tuning in. Live episode tonight. It was a pretty good episode. They edited it for they showed some of the drama. I can't wait to see on Sunday.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be so
Sunday's
good.
episode, they say 2 hours before
exactly.
There's drama and shit. So there's kind of a lot of stuff going on. Pretty interesting. What do you have down there in the bottom? You got the picture of the bowls?
Yeah. It's a Hamster Watch picture. Big shout out to Hamster Watch. Thank you for using. Thank you for getting a good picture, and thank you for letting us use it. And also thanks to Earth Dog for just always being generally awesome, making sweet overlays for us and being cool.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you, Earth Dog. We really appreciate that.
Also, we've been looking over the analytics. Excuse me.
We have.
We've been looking over the analytics, and we found that there's a lot of people coming from Jokers, and we just want to say thank you so much for tweeting it, posting it up on Jokers, putting it everywhere on Jokers, all that good stuff. Thank you for that. That's awesome. Again, that's what we like. Put it everywhere, Reddit, wherever the hell. Yeah, word of mouth. Get the good word out there. Blockheads.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Absolutely. But yeah, we thank everybody that shares it, that hosts it on your website. We really do think that. Like I said, we have been looking at the analytics, which is cool because we're trying to build a channel. And in fact, we've been talking with the person at YouTube that's kind of been working with us a little bit and kind of pointing some things out that it's going to help us grow the channel and in turn grow this On the Block community, which we're pumped about.
Yeah,
so
one of the things they mentioned that it's I should comb my hair, but I was like, I don't know. Fuck that. I don't know. That sounds. I don't know.
No, bad idea.
Yeah.
No, but no, really, I want to say we've got lots of views taking place over at the UK. So I want to thank all of our UK viewers.
Yeah, that's super cool.
So really, that's awesome.
Cool. Yeah,
that's awesome. Also our Australian audience is quite large. We know that they had Big Brother Australia, which has been canceled, I guess. Yeah. So we really appreciate the Australian fans coming and finding On the Block. And
big shout out to Adam Ryder.
Yeah, Adam Ryder. Everybody go follow him. Great dude. Very knowledgeable of reality TV in general. And he is currently in a BB17 draft with both of our old ladies. So
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I wonder. I think Jess is killing it.
Oh, that's great news.
Yeah. So, but anyway, man, let's talk about what Vanessa had going on before.
Well, should we just break the news right now? Should we just put it up on
Becky.
Front Street? Yeah. Becky won HOH.
Becky won HOH and all the prizes.
Yeah, she won everything.
Never have not. So that's pretty badass. Good for Becky.
Yeah.
This is not exactly who I wanted to win HOH. Obviously, I was hoping for a Jackie. However, Johnny Mac was in a little bit of trouble earlier today. He kind of had some game called out, and it was just kind of put him in a real bad spot. And it's weird and awkward to see Johnny Mac uncomfortable. So Vanessa kind of put him front. Go ahead.
I think it was a good thing, to see him uncomfortable was telling me that this guy's playing the game. He's aware of what's going on. He's aware that shit might be happening around him, and that he might be the low man on totem pole now. I thought that was showing good gameplay for sure. He's in a bad position. I don't really think that. I don't really think it was his fault to get into that kind of position just today, but I don't know. I think he's aware of it, which is a step in the right direction. So we'll see.
Yeah. I know. I agree. So we'll see. Obviously with Becky being HOH, this could be a great week.
Yeah, exactly.
For Johnny Mac to be safe.
Yeah.
It's going to be safe. He can do a lot of healing of his game.
Absolutely.
And that's what he's going to need to do. So Anyway, let's talk about Becky being HOH. Nominations. Go in the comments there and talk about nominations. Obviously, if you're watching this live, that's who I'm talking to. Put that in there. Who you think she needs to nominate? What's going to be better for her and Johnny Mac's game? If you want to look at them as a couple or just her in general. What McCrae? What do you think?
I'd go after the twins. I don't know. Plain and simple. I mean, Becky. It's super tough for Becky. Like everyone that went into this week, actually, I remember them saying, like, "Oh, Becky has to throw it this week. She just has to throw it because, like, what is she gonna do? Who's she gonna put up without like breaking some bridges and stuff like that? You know, like she's gonna be screwing some shit up for her game. And like even the fact that she won like all those prizes, money." Like, this puts a huge target on her back. So pretty much she has two options of, like, she could go after the easy target is, like, whoever the house tells her, or she can go after the twins and Austin, essentially, and try to break up that pairing.
Yeah.
Which puts them in the crosshairs, essentially. Puts Johnny Mac and her in the crosshairs, even more so.
But with this season being the season of kind of needing reasons for your nominations, is just the twins enough right now? Vanessa's caused a lot of drama. There is a potential that Becky could. Do you think she could nominate Vanessa and Shelley?
Well, if Johnny Mac gets his way, because he was telling Steve in the what do we call it, the Rainbow Room, whatever the hell, the comic book room. He was just being like, you know, I want her out. Like that's the next person I want out. She's too dangerous. I don't know where her head's at. She's always gonna be coming after me. She's just too dangerous. So hopefully if he can get into Becky's ear and kind of sway her, I would like to see Vanessa go this week. I mean, Vanessa's a great player and all this stuff, but I mean, it's definitely going to be great for Johnny Mac's game if she does go right now.
No, absolutely. And I don't want to cheer against somebody because I'm cheering for Johnny Mac. I do like Johnny Mac, but I know exactly what you're saying. Like I like both of them.
Yeah.
But and they're obviously on a collision course right now.
Yep.
And with Becky winning, this is kind of what I want to know. I think Vanessa had this plan of getting rid of Clay, kind of cutting off the dead limb, and moving forward with Shelley, Vanessa, and the twins. Basically in what would be the Fifth Sense Alliance. This is not going to happen, I don't think, because it looks like if Becky nominates, just say she does nominate Vanessa, or if Shelley becomes like a pawn because Clay's gone home, if she's really emotional, can't really think this week, there's no telling, she could lose focus, she could have a lot of trouble. And if she does, you know, she could go on the block as a pawn. You could see that happening. And anyway, I do think that would finally be the catalyst that would totally force Austin and the twins away from Vanessa. And once Austin turns his back on Vanessa, he carries those 3 votes, and she'll go home if she's on the block. So it's all going to determine when she gets in the hot seat what happens. And it's kind of going to be interesting. I think it's going to be great. The Ost Twins, as it's known, block of votes is almost in some ways more powerful than the Showmance because there is 3 of them, and it's kind of interesting. It's I don't know. I mean, what do you think about that? What do you think about that?
I was saying the exact same thing last night. Watching the episode last night, I mean, it just like became obvious where it's just like, man, like there's a showmance, and showmances are scary to go against because it's 2 people. There's always one person that's gonna strike back at you. With the 3 pair, it's fucking even crazier because it's like you go after one person and now you have a showman striking back at you, where it's like that's bonkers. That's a 3-week insulation for that group to move on 3 weeks, no matter what. Essentially, you know, 2 people, unless it's a double eviction. Like that is probably the most intimidating thing ever, and the only way you can dismantle that is with another showmance, essentially, aka maybe Johnny Mac and Becky.
Okay, so like another like power couple working together.
Yeah.
Do you think, because honestly I think it will take it's going to be interesting once like the Sixth Sense Alliance really deteriorates, as I really feel like it could this week with Becky taking power.
I think it's already done.
Well, you know, I know, but I do think Vanessa wanted to try to keep some things together to move forward. I believe that it is done. But you know, Shelley trusts. I think the Shelley Vanessa thing could still move forward because Shelley spent most of her time with Clay, so Shelley's social game really lacked, and I think that Vanessa will get her kind of back in place, get her head in place, and they'll be able to work forward as a team. If they stay safe. Oh, and I want to also give a shout out right quick to one of our on the block supporters here. D, we really thank you for keeping up with the live feeds for us. So
Absolutely.
thank you so
That's
much.
awesome.
And I'm not sure exact Twitter handle. Just shut. Yeah, it's at DEE_DEA_. So I knew it was something like that. I just couldn't remember off the top of my head. But thank you, D. She's keeping me updated on feeds and stuff as we podcast, because it's kind of hard to do both.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So anyway, McCrae, what? We want to talk about this comp. I wanted to throw out there that if anybody that's watching this ever gets in the house and gets to play this comp, obviously besides moving quickly, the way to win it is one thing that Aaron and Jeremy did the season we played. We had barbecue sauce, and they would dip their hand in to have the cup, but they would transfer it with their hand kind of slopping, kind of keeping it from slopping. So they transfer all of it. So the more you get in your hand, the more you get in your thing. So try to do that.
But here, well, absolutely, I think that's true. The other thing is that this is Crisco. Like, these floors are just like coated with Crisco. That's essentially what it is, and that's why they're super slippery.
Yeah,
That's why it looks like it is kind of flaky almost, but not. The counter thought to that is pretty much that stuff that you're dripping everywhere gets like on the ground and makes it even more slippery. I don't know. I didn't get to play in the motherfucker. The other thing that I would suggest for it is, this is based on not really playing it, but like running the fucker afterwards. But high legs, you gotta fucking do that.
The high legs. Yeah,
high legs is huge. It's like being on the ice. From Minnesota,
Yes.
played my fair share of boot hockey. It's kind of the same concept. You just fucking high leg it, and you can fucking really kick ass. I think that's that's the key. Again, wasn't there.
Yeah, well, that definitely helps. And if you ever play and you get into the OTEV competition, if you have somebody that has the same agenda as you as far as that week goes.
Wait. This is the segment. This is a segment called strategies for comps. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you don't know, if you know this, it'll help you if you ever get in the house. Which is like, you'll be like, thank God I watched the episode on the block, so you can remember to shout us out.
Yeah.
But anyway, if you get to play OTEV, what you need to do is, if you have a friend, an ally in the house, get together and like hide the different little pieces, so you know where all of them are, and that way you do it, like you have them hide it. So if you got somebody working for you to harvest those pieces, you'll be able to easily get them in return, and you can win every time. Mm-hmm. So, but you've got to have somebody that's willing to lose to make sure that all the pieces can't get gathered, and hide them, squirrel them away someplace. Anyway, there you go. That's it of this how to beat a comp segment. Another way is don't be so damn fat. That's another competition.
That was my problem, I think, too.
Yeah, I think it was.
This week I didn't bring in a segment. I didn't. I got nothing. Actually, I mean, I kind of was talking about this earlier on Twitter, but just like how Vanessa's like super logical. Like, everything she does is very logical, and I think the best way to beat logic is chaos. Like, fucking, that's the best way you beat that. Like, sure, like, okay, she's not logical, but she's that John Nash where it's like, well, why is this happening? This must mean this and this and this. So it's like, well, the way you disarm that shit is just by being fucking, like, random. Completely random.
Like, a lot of her game talk with people that she's lying to has to do with her connecting a bunch of dots that are so confusing that when she eventually ties up her story, you're like, oh, that does make sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you want to act like you're paying attention.
Exactly.
I mean, have you noticed, like, it's always her conversation or this string of just this and because of this and if this and I've got a feeling that because of this.
And that's why it's like, I had to put a fucking name to it. Like, I've seen that shit before where, like, I've seen that. Like, that's not, I don't know. Like, but I think Vanessa's a little bit more, like, cognizant of it. Like, I think she knows what the fuck she's doing.
It's very like, calculated. Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
And so it's like, to me, it's like she's really, really good at that. But I think that if you do throw a wrench in it, like, the control factor like kicks in, and then like she doesn't have the control anymore, and then it becomes like it teeters on that side of like, oh, this isn't like calculated anymore. This is like pushing it.
Well, there will be a point, and there's been a couple times where she's been tied up in things that have kind of been overlooked or kind of been brushed aside. But I definitely think Vanessa will tie herself in some type of knot with her logic at some point.
Yeah.
The way she tries to explain things to people, and her story the dots won't connect, and it'll become kind of obvious. Like I said, Becky is on to Vanessa. They were kind of they were playing the same game, which is, I think, interesting. That they were trying to kind of play the same game in the middle ground there. And it's kind of interesting, but I mean, here it is. We're gonna have. It looks like Becky's gonna give the first strike, and it might be all she needs. I'm not sure that I'm not sure that Vanessa can survive being on the block if she's in danger. I think that she'll John Nash things to death.
Yep.
I think she'll be looked at as a target. I think that if she tries to do anything at all, like this week, Clay and Shelley, they try to throw Austin under the bus. That's a huge mistake, really, because like I said, Austin's got that block of 3.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's going to be an interesting week to see how it'll definitely put Vanessa's game in jeopardy. It'll give Johnny Mac's game to kind of get back on its feet. It'll be interesting to see where Shelley falls emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
If she gets herself up together or she mopes. Who knows?
This
she
is
might.
A real big turning point in the game for everyone.
Yeah, I don't see her begging to go home because it's jury time.
Yeah.
And obviously she's got to go to the jury house.
Yeah.
So I really do think Shelley's got that fight in her. She's always been. She's always thought for herself. I mean, during that first HOH of hers, they really tried to edit it like Clay was running it.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the case. Shelley made her decisions. She was very not stubborn or hard-headed. It wasn't any. That is, she was very driven. She knew what she wanted, and
I thought that's a good point to touch on, even just like how Twitter again is super quick to jump to like, oh, everything, like, oh, of course, like, Clay's running everything, Clay's running Shelley, like, blah, 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 and, like, Twitter was all over that shit, and just, like, shut the fuck up. You're pushing a narrative that's constructed by not what's actually happening. It's not informed by real information. Bullshit. Stop that. Like, I don't know. People, yeah. Before you start pushing a narrative, make sure you've seen it on the feeds. Just like in the Big Brother house, like, you shouldn't be fucking running around with information that you didn't understand firsthand. You didn't witness firsthand, because otherwise it could be bullshit. Like, I don't know. That's my rant. That's my rant for the night.
Absolutely. Like, well, one thing that's very disturbing to me is when people, like we've talked about it before, but when some of these people do the updates and the blogs and that kind of thing, and God love you, I know it's a thankless job,
Mm-hmm.
and I do appreciate the updates. It's the way I keep up with things. But there are certain, mostly individuals. There's not really the websites are all usually pretty good. I found, but there are people that just want to start just character assassinating one person because they hate him, and they almost get fixated on him.
Yeah.
And like it makes it so it just takes the you're like, is this game's supposed to be fun? You're not supposed to like fun
if you're
play
gonna
that and campaign against that individual as a human.
Well, it's stupid to play both sides. It's like, it's fun if you're like snarky, like Hamster Watch is snarky, fun, like kind of like jabbing at everyone equally, kind of like, and if you're gonna do that, like, do it right. Like, don't be a fucking shithead, and then if you're gonna be like giving straight updates, like, no one wants to hear about your fucking subtle, like, and also this guy seems like a real jerk. Like, no one cares. No one wants to hear about who you think is great and who you don't think is great. Like, I think it's like, be one or the other, or like, but like, make a clear, definitive line. Like, don't try to trick people by using word manipulation and by subtle influence, because fuck you. I don't know.
Well, let's put this.
Bullshit.
Let's leave this up for the audience to comment. Well, I mean, honestly,
like
what do y'all think? Like, I know they follow some people because they like them for the snark.
And that's the thing is, I don't know. Yeah.
And like, I really try to like, I want to keep up with it, like black and white newsprint. That's what I want to see. I want to see straight. Austin said this to Vanessa, Jackie, blah blah blah. Direct quote to Clay and Meg, blah
That's
blah.
the thing
or
is,
whatever.
like, people edit stuff. People, even if you cut out
yeah.
some words, like, depending on what words you have, and it's not like people do it all the time on purpose. Like, bias happens all the time, no matter what. Like, that's how bias works. So it's like, I understand when there's some bias, but when it's like glaringly obvious bias, like, it's frustrating.
Borderline hate speech. Yeah. Exactly.
Well, yeah.
Hey, let's throw this up, since we did put it up to the viewers. Put in the comments the people that you trust on Twitter for updates. Who do you listen to? Who do you follow? Who do you keep
Besides
up with?
us.
Besides us, of course. Yeah, I know you keep up with us.
Fucking no.
I watch a lot, but I kind of sit up there like the fucking Grinch watching Whoville. I'm like, like that's what I do. I don't like comment on it.
Yeah.
So that much. I mean, I do a little bit, but not much. But anyway, yeah. Please put in the comments who you follow on Twitter that you like for updates, because I mean, who knows? You could spread the gospel of a good feeder, and it might be somebody that McCrae and I pick up to follow, because I tell you what, it's really hard to keep up with the feed sometimes, and you depend on it. So we really appreciate the.
Well, and I love quality updates. I love
Oh yeah.
updates
Hell,
about really funny things. Like I'm all about like all sorts of whatever. I'm gonna shut up.
I love like videos. If you know anybody that like does little videos, uh, I think that's real good. I like that a lot because honestly,
I was gonna
like
make a vine of Becky's face where she like every time she went up, she's
yeah,
like like
um,
every damn time. It was so amazing. I was like, I don't want to be mean though.
when I follow at Corey on TV,
Mhm.
and I get a lot of little videos. Like if there's like something's going on, like in a conversation in the house, you
Mhm.
get like 30-second live feed video so you can watch it. So and
Everyone's
that
saying
like
Jokers and Hamster Watch, but yeah, those little videos are the best. Yeah,
somebody else help me find somebody in the weeds.
yeah,
Get me
exactly.
out there, get me
Yeah,
out there in the tall weeds. I want to find somebody that nobody knows about. So, but anyway, McCrae, what else? We got tomorrow. Obviously, we got our noon central interview with the Victory House guest
absolutely.
Clay. And okay, honestly, y'all, let's talk about this. I wanted to bring it up earlier, but I kind of avoided it because I love Big Brother. We all know that. McCrae
Mhm.
loves Big Brother. We know
Mhm.
that. Y'all love Big Brother. That's why you're fucking watching this.
Mhm.
If you got in the house, you would not fuck it up and throw it away and tell people to vote you out. So like the on the block integrity of me wants to be like Clay. What in the fuck? But
Mhm.
also the normal logical person in me says, well, he only became aware of the game 4 months ago. He doesn't give a shit about it. It's not as deep rooted as something that's lasted for years.
Well,
Like, how do we handle that tomorrow? I've got and what questions? Please hashtag ask
please
OT.
help us.
But
Please
we
help
need
OTB.
give us. I mean, like Clay was in a dominant position, and then he said, "Vote me out," and like it was like okay, like that was it. It was almost like he's like, that's I just want to play like 5 weeks
Mhm.
of brother.
Well, the other thing
Um,
about it is like, and I don't know how we even touch this, but I mean, could it be like a mental thing? Could it be just like I'm ready, like you giving up, like
well,
like it takes the wind out of your sails when you get put up and all that shit. But
dude, I would be like fucking like I would like if I was Clay, I'd be.
I'm
Have you
trying
ever
to
seen
get into his
Rocky II?
mindset.
Have you ever seen Rocky 2 when like Adrian's like been in a coma because she had the baby and stuff, and Rocky's there like reading to her and shit,
I don't.
and
I don't
she
think I've seen
wakes
Rocky
up
too.
and anyway, and she's like Rocky. When like all this shit, and then like fucking Mick's like, "What are we waiting for?" And like they go fucking do this montage, and like that's what I want Clay to be like. I'd be
Yeah.
like, if I was Clay, I'd be like, "Baby, just tell me to win this for you, and I'm gonna go do it." All right, like
Yeah.
it's been real great getting to know you, Shelly, but on the other side,
But
sweetie, there's gonna be many.
who's got the bigger advantage going forward? I mean,
It don't
like,
matter. Saying if I was Clay, what I'd be saying, I would not
yeah,
like vote me out.
yeah, no, never ever,
Not at all, not at
never
all.
ever.
And like
Well,
he's choked up crying. I mean, like okay, it's like this. We could bust his balls, but the dude is still a fucking very muscular, handsome dude that's got lots of opportunities. So like we're gonna be like, why did you quit Big Brother? And he's gonna be like, because I've got lots of other shit to do.
yeah, I got plenty I can do.
Fuck,
Yeah. Well, the other thing,
yeah.
like, man, his answer about Meg at the end, that was.
That was weird about the showmanship. It's like her and James, or like you talking about like Jeff, kinda.
No,
Like
what do you mean?
Meg. Oh,
Well,
you talking about the
I'm talking about like Julie's like when Clay walks out there or whatever, like she's like, so what was up with Meg in the bathroom or whatever? And he was like, oh, Meg, like she gets around to everybody. Then he's
That's
like,
what I'm saying, yeah.
well, and then at the end he was like, well, I can't wait to go and have some drinks with her in New York. And it was like, well, you're obviously what the fuck?
Obviously, he has no idea people are talking about that in the way the show showed the scene of them
That's
in the
true.
bathroom and stuff.
That's
So
very
he's
true.
like, yeah, I look forward to seeing her in New York. People are like, oh, I bet he is. But really, he's just like, yeah, I look forward to it, So, if Julie had been like, are you going to go to Mississippi to
it
see
made me
Howard
laugh.
after the show?
Yeah,
I'd have been like,
"Oh, of course."
absolutely, here I come, Austin and
Yeah.
Liz are in the storage room right now.
Holy Schmidt, that's funny.
That's how I can tell the twins apart. One
Yeah.
has a giant Austin attached to it.
to it. Shit, yeah, I don't know what else we really got. I mean, Jason interview is gonna be on Sunday after the episode.
Yeah.
It'll be about
He
9:30.
canceled. Did you see he canceled on a bunch of people tonight? I don't know what was up with that.
Oh, really? Who did he cancel on?
On Miss Cleo at Miss Cleo BB, I believe, and on Sarah Hanlon with the Houseguest Hangout.
Oh no, that's sad.
Yeah,
I would
yeah,
like to see that.
I'm sure it's just a scheduling thing, but
Yeah.
interesting. Oh, hey, Clay wasn't lying about Meg though. Anil just tweeted, and there's a picture of it's kind of funny, Meg kissing people. There's like Meg hugging Jason and Meg
I
kissing
love
Jason.
Anil. Let's see if I can find it. Oh yeah, here you
Hey,
go.
honestly, yeah.
Oh,
That bathroom scene, if she'd have been wearing a shirt that showed less side boob, it wouldn't have been near as like seductive. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So
God, it's so funny. All right, I'm not gonna put it up.
if she'd have been in a sweatshirt, that'd have been like, Clay, so you asked Meg for your vote in the bathroom, right? Or to vote against you in
Dude,
the bathroom.
no way. I thought that was so weird. I thought that was the most surreal thing I've ever seen. I thought that was fucked up. Like, that was fucking crazy to me. Like,
Dude,
Clay
was
being...
funny.
Dude, that's like if Jesse seduced me and, like... Or, like, came up and was like, hey, blah, blah. And I was, like, kind of like, okay, well, fuck. I'm staying. Like...
Rub your face on. Yeah, exactly.
Like, I could feel that 100%.
Shout out at Arlie Shaban.
The Shabanimal.
Oh, and hey, this is another thing about our analytics, all right? You know, we're trying to get our subscriptions up. We want everybody to subscribe. If you subscribe right now, I think it kicks you out and you got to re-add. So make sure that you do click the subscribe button at the end of this.
Yeah.
But please subscribe. One thing in our analytics said is that of the views that we're getting, 22% of them out of the past 28 days are from subscribers, but the rest are from non-subscribers. So and we are like, honestly, it's been really doing well. We're getting a ton of views and it's been wonderful. And we do thank people.
Awesome.
Also, I want to put
Kicking
it out
ass.
there. I want to put it out there as we kind of wind up, because like I said, mainly our meet's going to be tomorrow with our interview with Clay. But I do want y'all to put your questions in at hashtag AskOTBPod for Clay, and let's try to get some good ones. Let's hit him with some good ones that Sister Nino and some of these other people, Rachel Riley and that group, the questions they won't ask.
Well, someone was like saying like, oh yeah, you guys should ask, like, you guys shouldn't be softballing questions, and it's like, we don't want to be softballing questions.
We never softball questions.
Dude, we don't want to be softballing. Yeah.
I found out today we get 15 minutes with him.
Exactly. Let's use our 15
minutes, a timer.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely.
We need someone counting us
but
down.
No, hey, this is what I want to do. We do like I said in our analytics, we've got 46% female audience, and like I said, 54% male audience, and then it's fantastic. We have so many like female viewers, really.
A nice diverse group of people.
It's awesome. So, and honestly, in the comments, like, you noticed that. So we really appreciate. We think that's awesome. We want to put it out there that if anybody works at a place where what your business does is you mail out things you sell online and that kind of thing, something that our podcast could get nationally shippable brands. If that's something that you think that you would benefit from interviewing on, what am I trying to say? Fucking advertising on our podcast. Let us know. It's ontheblockpodcast@gmail.com. Is that right, McCrae?
Yeah, ontheblockpodcast@gmail.com. I'll get it up. I'll maybe put it in the description.
Yes, we have had people reaching out to us that have wanted to support the podcast and help us with some production things, and we really appreciate that. We're going to start putting a thing up at the end that if you want to start kind of helping us with production stuff, we'll put like your Twitter handle up at the end and make sure we shout you out. We want to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of people that have been contacting me and been really excited about like helping out a bunch of awesome blockheads. And I guess like, and I love it. But like kind of like I think what we're looking for is I guess I don't know. Before I started that sentence, I should have had a good ending to it, but because I didn't have shit. I just want to say fucking, I don't know. We need, like, I'd like blog writers for this website I'm going to kind of do. I'd like to have just like a Big Brother fucking like blog on it, and then along with our OTBs.
Absolutely.
I'd fucking, I don't know what we can do. I don't know what, maybe, I don't know, even an editor, I don't know. We just need a fucking moderator or a curator.
Well, I don't know. But please contact us if you're willing to help in any way, and we'll kind of sort out what needs to be done. There's Like I said, the people who've reached out to us, we want to thank you. In fact, I'm Skyping with a supporter later tonight, and we're going to try to get some stuff worked out on the production side of things to hopefully improve everything. But
Matt Casso, yeah, we are watching the chat. What's up, everybody? Robert Kushiri. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. We just if you have any ideas, if you have any, where do you want to see On the Block go? Where do you want to see us go? What do you want to see us do? What do you guys have for questions for Clay? There's just plenty of stuff we've given you throughout this whole thing. Throw your comments up.
Yeah.
I don't know. Fucking subscribe, comment, like it, put it on everything. Reddit.
Thumbs up, share it.
Thumbs up, share it. Like, put it on Facebook. I didn't put it on Facebook yet. Put it in your reality groups on Facebook. Yeah, I don't know. Yep. If you have anything, if you have anything you want to fucking ask Clay, that's a big one. What was it? Ask OTB on Twitter.
Hashtag Ask OTB Pod. Yep.
Yep, I'm really dying on this one. I'll fucking.
At 89 Razor Skate on Twitter is really good.
I follow 89 Skate. Yeah.
Absolutely too. Absolutely one of the best.
Great one.
Absolutely one of the best. I want to thank them for all they do.
Absolutely.
But so awesome. Yeah, well, let's wrap it up. Shit, we'll be back obviously tomorrow. The way we have to build these is that we set them for, they have to be set for the half hour, right, McCrae? Isn't that correct?
Yep, exactly.
Okay. So tomorrow, are we going to go live at?
We do 11:30, and then we start at 11:45.
Okay, so
my fucking eyes just look drunk.
I don't even know what you mean by that.
Fucking.
So we'll start.
I'll fight you.
So when do people need to be here to start watching for the interview? They need
11:45. We're gonna try to start at 11:45. You know us; it won't start till 11:50.
Yeah. But
we're gonna set. I'll build it for 11:30. It won't start till 11:45, so that's the natural not workingness. The unnatural not workingness will go till 11:50. Then we should start by then. Get a call. 12 o'clock. Clay action, and then. Yeah, we'll talk a little bit. And remember,
if you tune in like at 12:15, Clay's probably going to be off, or 12:20. So, there's a scheduled time that we have, and we always like to talk about what, the Houseguest said, talk about upcoming stuff. We'll obviously be talking about the Jason interview tomorrow. We'll be shouting that out again, talking about the link where you can find that. And so anyway, that's kind of it. So just make sure if you want to hear from Clay, you got to get here and make sure you're on time.
Early.
If you're early at 11:45, we'll bullshit a little bit, and you can try to get your questions through to us.
Get your questions in, because we're very selective about our questions. So we want only the finest and most well-crafted of questions, so we can harvest. But yeah, get your questions in. Spencer, where can all these fine folks find you at?
You can find me in Conway, Arkansas. At Spencer B. Clawson. Go follow me on Twitter at Spencer B. Clawson. Also follow our podcast Twitter at On the Block Pod. Guys, like I said, we're really trying to get
the other day. I spammed out a bunch of shit when I was trying to build all these playlists, and On the Block Pod just went crazy. We probably lost 1 million followers by that. Yeah, I fucked it up. Sorry about that, folks.
But yeah, go there and follow McCrae. Won't do that again. Also, like I said, subscribe. We want to try to get our subscribers up and share this. Like I said, thank you to our viewers in the UK. Thank you to, we got people in Sudan watching. Thank you to all of our Canadian viewers.
Fucking Sudan.
I don't know. I was like, I don't know anything about it. I can't even comment.
Welcome. There's a lot of political strife, but
so
welcome.
Thank you. We got Russian viewers. So thank
you.
For all
Yes,
worldwide. Yeah. So
Guten Tag.
Look, if you are in a foreign country and you watch this, okay? If you're in a foreign country and you watch this,
please tell us.
Please take a picture and tweet it to that.
We will put it up during every single one of us. If you are fucking somewhere other than Canada, America, even we'll take Mexico for sure.
Anywhere,
we want to see
South Florida, anywhere. We'd love to see
Everyone
anybody.
fucking draw a fucking brick on a piece of paper, like a fucking brick, and then put it over your head. Brickhead. Oh wait, what is that? Oh, brickheads. All right, go get them, brickheads.
All right. Anyway, guys.
All right. Well, yeah, you can find me at Twitch, Twitch/Chumlord, whatever, something's fucked up. But also, I'm gonna be streaming. Hopefully, I'll figure out how to stream to Twitch and YouTube simultaneously, so we can do it on the blocks
dude,
to both.
If you do that, McCrae,
yeah.
do not fucking cross the streams, bro.
Oh, amazing. And then also I've been working on trying to get these fucking episodes onto iTunes, so I'm so sorry, really dropping the ball on that front, but soon
What's
keep
the
on
deal
bothering me on Twitch. Keep on bothering me on Twitter. The deal is that I'm trying to use a new feed from I'm trying to use SoundCloud now, and I'm trying to link that SoundCloud into our iTunes so that we can keep the same channel that we already had on iTunes, but that's not working so well, so I might have to remake a new fucking On The Block channel.
You remember that one dude on iTunes that got pissed off at you?
Oh yeah, exactly. And we're gonna make another fucking account
awesome.
that's gonna fucking fuck with his numbers.
Oh, we're assholes. All right.
Yeah.
Well, hey, anybody out there that's watching that knows how to do that shit, reach out to us and please help McCrae.
Yep,
So,
absolutely.
all right, man.
Be
Take
great.
us out. Everybody, see you tomorrow, 11:45 a.m. Central. I'll
Absolutely.
be tweeting out the link probably around 10 a.m., 10:30.
Yeah.
Whenever McCrae builds it and texts it to me.
Yeah, hopefully I'll do it right now. So, yeah, thanks
good.
everyone, and take care, and hopefully we'll see you on the block next time. Bye-bye.
That's right. Later. Thanks.